The birds are singing. The JCBs are digging. And there's this smell. Wherever you walk, there's perfumes. And as I was walking up here, I'm trying to think, where's that smell coming from? And wow, 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 wow. There's the answer. That is a Daphne. Oh my goodness me. Just give me a couple of minutes while I sniff this. Oh. That's the thing about visiting gardens in the mid to late winter, is there's lots of stuff that's coming into flower. This is a Lonicera perfusii, a type of honeysuckle, and that's got a lovely perfume. A lot of the plants, the shrubs that are coming into flower this time of the year have delightful perfumes. There's lots of kind of woodland walks here through the azalea and rhododendron garden. Lovely camellia here, one called Winter's Fire, very bright. More of these perfumed shrubs. Variegated camellia there, look. So it's got a splash of gold on the leaf and loads of flower buds just starting to break into colour. Yet more camellias of all shades of pink and white and red. This is a lovely woodland walk. There's one of my favourite shrubs, the Cyclamen Coum there, still flowering. Lovely perfume again. The further we get away from the road, the more you can hear of the bird song, and you can get lost in this kind of magical world of plants and leaf mould and bird song and these amazing perfumes. So snowdrops over there, rhododendrons and camellias over there, and lots, of course, this time of the year, lots of different... Hello, Mr. Robin. Hello. Hello then. Lots of different Hellebores, Christmas roses in shades of white and pink and purple, and a couple of yellows as well. You don't see, we didn't used to see so many yellows, but there's more and more yellow varieties becoming available now. Beautiful. Lots of different types of snowdrops, as you might imagine, this time of year. But I haven't seen, just to give you an idea of the size of these boys, I haven't seen varieties as tall as this before. We've got some really tall varieties of snowdrops here. They must be a good foot high. There's a nifty idea if you want to show off the white flowers of your snowdrops. Plant them amongst some black grass, Ophiopogon, to get a nice contrast between the white and green and that dark, rich black. There you go. Plants for a shady corner. Ferns, hellebores, tree ferns. Notice what they've done there. They've put some straw in the crown of the plant there. Oh, there you go. Just to protect the tender kind of new growth in the middle there, to protect the crown of the plant in case we get a hard frost. Oh, look at that. Snowdrops growing out of a tree trunk. I think that's Tyrannosaurus Rex there. Some more examples of winter colour. That's winter aconite bulbs there. I've always struggled to grow them, to be honest, but Obviously they do well in the shade, I'm guessing, because they're here they are in the kind of woodlandy area here, and just behind us, above these rather nice ferns, is a beautiful Garrya elliptica. These lovely big tassels, they call it the tassel bush. Imagine that swaying in the wind. They've actually forecast a big storm to come in now in the next few hours, so we just managed to get around this delightful garden before the storm comes in. Ooh, can you see that there? Can you see those red berries on that Nandina, heavenly bamboo, they call that. Lovely. Aren't they pretty? That's Cyclamen Coum. Again, another good one for deep shade. Lovely pink mauve flowers, but also you can get some lovely leaf markings on them as well. There's so much to explore around here, but this caught my eye. Just to remind us that you can have really outstanding colour in the depths of the winter. The lovely white stems of these silver birch here. I'm going to guess that's Betula jacquemontii. Can't see a sign to say otherwise. And these huge drifts of crocus. Lovely. Ah, look at these beauties. We thought they were crocus initially when we saw them, but actually these are dwarf iris reticulata that have been really beautifully planted underneath these trees. They love a well-drained soil, so that's perfect for them. And there's some more just over here past these lily white silver birch. So there we are. What a difference it makes when you do a kind of a big clump of one plant. You get that kind of instant impact there, and a nice shadow. Hi. Another example on how to use black foliage against golden foliage to get that kind of contrast of black and gold there. Black grass and pines and yellow grass and pittosporums there. And just around here, oh, look at those stems of the Cornus there across the lake. Can you see those? Beautiful. So, let's go for a walk through these bright-stemmed Cornus. That's a white-stemmed rubus over there. The secret is, of course, is to cut them back hard. As you can see, they've cut them right down to here last March, and then you get lots and lots of new growth, and the new growth is much brighter in its colour. So if your Cornus hasn't got bright coloured stems, give it a hard old prune like you can see they have done on there. Aren't these white stems lovely? I'm sure that's a rubus. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Just reading the notice.
There we are. I got it right for once. And that's with that kind of orangey, pinky red tip. That's midwinter fire type of Cornus. Again, you can see how they've cut it right back last spring to get all that new growth. Don't be afraid to prune. So there's lots of wisteria arches and bridges throughout the garden, and here we are in early February, and you can see that they've pruned all last year's growth back down to these little short stems here to encourage the flower bud. If you're not sure how to do that, look at one of my previous videos on how to prune wisterias. The great thing about cooling into a garden this time of the year, kind of still in February, early February, in the depths of winter, but there's a little reminder that better times are coming. One of the earliest flowering cherries coming into flower there, Prunus cursor. Plants are great at reminding us that even though times may be difficult, better times are coming. That's a nice thought to close this video with. So there we go. That's our trip to this amazing garden you could spend the whole day here easily. You could spend a few days here with the whole family. Loads of places to explore, to play within, to walk under cover. There's glass houses and greenhouses. There's lots for the children to do as well. There's lots of information, but of course there's just thousands and thousands of glorious flowers and plants and new ideas, inspiration here. The new mixed in amongst the very old. So that's the Wisley garden. So we popped into the glass house to look at an exhibition all about houseplants, the giant houseplant takeover, and it's been brilliant how houseplants have become the new household companions. It's more than just a plant, it's a little friend for your home. Great how young people as well have really engaged with this, growing them in terrariums and in old bits of furniture or bits of tin can. So let's go and have a look at this well-timed exhibition of houseplants, just catching on to this amazing trend that took a lot of us who've been in the trade for a long time, took us by surprise. But I'm all for it. Anything to encourage people to have plants in their lives.